getting up in the 10th frame, finishing, and throwing the shots he needs to win.
And Weber.
He asked for this moment. How can he respond? Double wood. 3-9 comes in high.
Not a good opening shot for Brian. That ball was left out of his hand, leaving the 3-9. Sticking with that same high friction bowling ball. And of course, the last time I said somebody was 100% on spares, they missed the 4-pin.
The curse of Randy by Brian. Curse of the Randino.
The curse of the Randino. Very nice. I like that.
$28 career titles. Almost $2.5 million amongst the incredible accolades. 6 majors. And a good start. Trips out from 4-pin. Hopes for a 7th major in the World Championship in 2 weeks.
See, Pete Weber had the higher average, even though Brian Voss did what he did in match play. Pete Weber, for the 18 games of qualifying, qualified number 2. Knocked down a lot more pins in qualifying. Pete's spare conversion a little shaky, though. 81.6.
5th time, Randy, they've matched up on TV. And the 3rd time with a title on the line. Oh, 10 pin somehow doesn't fall for the late messenger.
This looks like a beautiful shot, clean off his hand, out to about the 8th board. Watch it come sawing back, leaving the late 10. The difference between what Pete Weber's doing at release and Brian Voss, Pete's rotating around the side, Brian's hand is much more up the back. What that translates to in today, Brian, is that Pete can go around it a lot more. Brian is going to have to use a little bit straighter line unless he starts rotating around the side as well.
There's the approach. Come on. He didn't like that ball. Was that a flight attendant?
No, that was just a stone 9 that got tripped. You can see, even though Brian is playing in, he's going much more direct through the front part of the lane. Pete's going sideways through the front part as Brian's leaning, begging, and then he finally gets the nice break, tripping the 9.
And he leads the league in this. He's done that how many times today?
Nice.
3 or 4, I think we've seen it.
You see the difference of the change of direction down the lane. Brian Voss doesn't get near the back end that Pete Weber is getting, simply because of what each guy is doing with their hand at release. Brian's more roll, Pete Weber's more side turn.
Covers the mark nicely. So the amateurs competing at the Tar Heel Open this week. Jeff Wilson of Winston-Salem, North Carolina, not far from where we are here in Burlington. Billy Lucas from Siler City, excuse me. And TJ Jones of Danville, Virginia. All doing their best as amateurs this week in North Carolina. 3rd frame for Pete. Works on a spare. Doesn't get help with the messenger across the deck.
Watch his release. That hand is going to go flipping around the side of the ball right there. That gets the ball to push right. Fingers were a little clutched, trying to hit it, leaving the late 10 pin. Remember, we've got to watch for Pete Weber's hand being open at release. That's when his hand and release are the cleanest. With today's modern equipment, you don't lift on the bowling ball anymore. You open that hand and you get your hand out of it fast and clean. Thumb first, fingers last.
You saw the shot clock moments ago. The player being threatened.
Open hand.
Release. You broke that down perfectly, Randy. And a perfect delivery for Weber. Flush in the pocket as he shreds the rack. A strike in his 4th frame. He and Brian Voss are battling for a PBA Tour title here in Burlington, North Carolina. Who emerges? We will find out next. Burlington, North Carolina for this week's stop. Next week we're off to Louisville, Kentucky. The PBA returning to that fine city for a 50-time, 52-lane center executive strike and spare night right next to the airport, not far from Churchill Downs, University of Louisville campus. Freedom Hall right across the street. One personal bowl, and the Odor Eaters split with $1 million promotion as well. Tune in. We'll tell you all about it next week on ESPN. Right, Voss fourth frame championship match. Winner takes home $40,000 and valuable points. Very critical for Voss right now, the way he stands. In the March World Championship, and there's some help for the four. Walter Williams Jr. has clinched a spot, as have Barnes, Duke, DeLutz, and Ryan Schaefer. Pete Weber in 7th place heading into today's matches. With Voss still in there, he needs to win this tournament and fare very well in Louisville to make the top 8. It's going to be a challenge. Points on the line today, $25,000. It all goes up, though, in 2 weeks, along with big bucks in Taylor, Michigan. Light.
To me, just a piece of equipment that does not return and does not allow him to open the lanes up. And Brian's more than capable of creating hook and throwing the ball right and having it get back. And I think there's an equipment issue. During the break, we were arguing back and forth, Paul Kaler, Nick Hogan, myself. There's got to be an issue with Brian Voss's equipment.
Trying to stay perfect. Multi-pin, spare conversion rate, not there. Head pin in the 10, stay up. Brian Voss, and what could be an absolutely devastating open frame for him in the 5th. Pete works on a strike. 5th frame for him. Strike here, he's up 23 pins.
Pete taking advantage of that strike. Now watch what he does with his hand. This was a shot where he left the weak 10. You see the fingers are going the other direction. Watch the next shot where the ball is perfectly dead flush. Now watch his fingers right there. You can see all 5 of them. Watch for Pete to open that hand. That tells you how clean the release is.
6th frame. Shreds the rack again. The emphatic response almost knocks the sunglasses off his face.
Almost knocked himself out. Here's where you're going to get a massive adrenaline rush, and Pete Weber's going to show you what it means to throw big shots under big-time pressure.
He's got a 3-bagger. 4th, 5th, and 6th. Now Voss responds to the open frame. Trips high. Lots of trouble. 4-7-10 up.
4-7-10. Bad ball reaction for Brian Voss. Confused. Got to get the ball over here. Drive the 4 into the 10. Hey.
Wow. Across the deck, nearly tripped out that 10.
In the first match that Brian Voss bowled, he didn't look very comfortable. As you see how close he comes to making this. He wasn't comfortable with his reaction. He manufactured something. Got his ball to face the 1-3 pocket. A game later, ball reaction's gone and unsure of which direction to go in.
Digging a larger and larger hole for himself as Voss. 11-17, hoping for a better response. 2 pin up. It's going to be nearly impossible to come back now. On Pete. Needed a win today to get past $2 million in his career. So much before the matches this afternoon here in Burlington, it would be a very special accomplishment. But unless he can make a miraculous turnaround and Pete completely falls flat on his face, strike here for Weber. He's got a 54-pin lead, looking for a 4-bagger. 7th frame. It's been a while since Pete Weber has won. Right here in Burlington. More than a year ago. 4 straight.
Ever since working with John Jowdy at the Masters in early January, Pete Weber's been bowling phenomenally. 3 out of the last 4 weeks of telecast. Great showing at the U.S. Open under brutal conditions. And now Pete Weber looking to close the door on Brian Voss.
Strike here, he's up 64 pins. 8th frame for Pete. Gets a little help for the 6. And the lead expands again.
And you think it's Pete's turn or what?
Oh boy.
That ball crosses over, goes Brooklyn. He trips the 6-bit out. Some weeks it just doesn't matter what you do. It's your week to win. And this is Pete Weber's week.
Test ball today for Voss in this championship match, certainly.
But I think he's in trouble.
Still, he's
ain't over yet.
Oh.
Huge deficit. He plays with the crowd a bit.
Well, Brian.
Better strike on this one.
Well, Brian, he kind of is. Petey's going at 239 pace. The best Brian Voss can shoot is 205.
Foundation frame for Voss.
Ain't over yet. Ain't over yet.
We are coming to you from the Tar Heel Open, Burlington, North Carolina, Country Club Lanes West. Dave Ryan, Randy Peterson, our entire PBA, ESPN crew. Going to Aspen, Colorado for the Winter X Games next on ESPN. But Pete first wants to take care of business, and he has won a title. That's for the first time in his great career has defended a PBA Tour Championship. Hard to believe. Brian Voss having fun with Pete now.
We're going to have to change the name here to Weber Lanes, I think.
Right.
Fast track to the end since this one is over. And what a week for Pete Weber.
Good to see you on TV.
29th career title. And moves him up the list. 4th all-time with Parker Ball III. Victory number 29 in his great career.
Yeah. Happy birthday. Deep in the attitude, see. Happy birthday again, Debbie. Right. In the house. Really? Hi, baby. I'm calling again. That was fun. Fun.
Oh, awesome performance by Weber.
February 10th of 2002, the last time